March spring is here. A lot of Americans out there ready for a spring break getaway.
This makes me so happy because we were talking about getting away for spring break the night before last.
Right.
And so I reached out to Gabe yesterday morning, not even thinking.
I think it was our mug question too, right?
Yeah.
Where you wanted to go.
And so, and then here he is. I didn't know that we had this segment planned. So we're all thinking about it, Gabe Saglie. Tell us.
Listen, it's the first weekend of spring. There's optimism in the air just generally. And in the travel industry, I'd say, yeah, there's definitely some optimism. Numbers are looking good. We are all playing by the rules. We want to be smart about this. But, yeah, it would be a lie to say that there wasn't this optimism and this sort of return to sometimes feeling like we're kind of getting back to normal now when it comes to traveling.
So we know that most areas have serious COVID travel restrictions and guidelines. So what can we do to travel right now? What do we need to do?
Well, keep in mind that numbers are on their way up. Okay, yesterday the TSA saw its 10th day in a row of 1 million plus people flying through U.S. airports. I think they saw about 1.4 million just yesterday. Folks checked through TSA, so the numbers are going up. Keep in mind, in January those numbers were closer to 600,000 to 700,000. So we've seen almost like a doubling in just air traffic in the last several weeks. Some of these locations are now slipping into less restrictive tiers. We saw that earlier this week in places like Santa Barbara County, LA County. So we're starting to see some of the loosening up of restrictions and mandates. But the rules are still in place. And when we travel, especially into these smaller, more, out of the, off the beaten path destinations, we've got to know what the rules are before we get there. And we've got to be ready to play by them once we arrive.
Yeah.
So demand is obviously there. So what kind of cities are trending right now on Travelzoo?
So listen, beaches are hot. The top two destinations searched on our website right now, Florida and Hawaii. So the most sort of tropical destinations in the, sort of domestically doing very, very well. Vegas is third, and then you see Mexico, number one international destination opening up, and of course, a lot of these COVID rules are a little bit more relaxed south of the border, and the Caribbean doing very, very well as well. So I think people are just seeking out the sand between their toes, these beachy destinations, places where maybe you can have some distance between you and the traveler next to you. But we're ready to sort of feel that sun hit our faces all over again and just feel like we're just outside of this bubble we've been in for at least a year.
What if we want to keep our bubble local? Where do we go?
Yeah, well, that's the beauty. I mean, the California, I think, stands to do really, really well as we head into spring, as we head into summer, especially these smaller destinations that are starting to slip into these more, open tiers, these less restrictive tiers. This is Santa Barbara. I spent some time there this week. On Wednesday, they slipped into that red tier out of the purple. Good news there. Some fantastic values, especially midweek. They've got a promotion there. You book 3 nights in Santa Barbara. Your third night is free. And you don't want to go there for less than 3 nights, right, Mark? Some great properties, more than 20 properties participating in this, including like the 5-star Rosewood Miramar in Montecito and the 5-star Kimpton Canary in downtown Santa Barbara. So some really good value at some fantastic properties, just 90 miles up the coast.
Gabe, I'm trying to get Lynette and David into the Rosewood, but Rick Caruso won't return my phone calls. Do you have a deal at the Rosewood? Because that's an expensive hotel to stay at. I tried hard. Yes. Caruso he won't give us the bump. I don't know what,
Well, first of all, great place to dine and hang out for the day, even if you're not staying there. They've got those bungalows that are closer to the front of the property, and then you cross the tracks, and you're in these beautiful oceanfront places to stay. Caruso's, the dining spot that actually is like right on the sand there, I highly recommend for some fantastic dining. They've got a yacht-inspired bar right above that. So you're looking out in the ocean, having these sort of wonderful craft cocktails. So some good stuff going on there. But I may have a contact for you, Mark, so again.
I know a guy.
All right.
I know a gal.
Let me know.
All right, let's talk about the desert. What do you have there?
Yeah, so listen, this is the time of year usually when the desert would be in high demand. We're seeing some lighter traffic there, but certainly demand ramping up. This is the Renaissance Esmeralda Indian Wells Resort. So it's been a couple of years, but I stayed here with my family. We've got this beautiful sandy beach there at the pool complex, 2 golf courses, multiple restaurants, and of course all these COVID-friendly protocols in place there. $279 for travel right now through next month. So good spring break getaway. Prices will continue to go down as we head toward the summer season. Under 200 by the time you get to June. And Lynette, you and I were talking about San Diego yesterday, a couple of options in San Diego. This is one of my favorites. It's the Park Hyatt Aviara. Resort Golf Club and Spa. They're in Carlsbad. This is a gorgeous 5-star property, 200 acres. Arnold Palmer designed golf course. He just finished a $50 million renovation. Rates here from $349. It includes your valet parking, $50 daily to spend on golf or spa. But that's a beautiful Park Hyatt Aviara Resort in Carlsbad, California, just down the coast. Beautiful spot.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of folks want to go to Cabo. Hot place to travel to?
Yeah, so listen, we just partnered with Visit Los Cabos, so multiple properties there offering a lot of incentives. Every resort down there, by the way, offering these free COVID tests for your return back, because we need those when we come back across the border. But all these hotels are offering them sort of fast return tests, and they're complimentary. This is the Villa La Estancia Los Cabos 4-star property on Medano Beach. In fact, most places down there are not swimmable. This is a swimmable stretch of coastline there, Medano Beach. 3 nights, $599. You get an ocean view studio. You get breakfast daily, $100 in resort credits there. Great alternative to the all-inclusive scene down there. But just beautiful Villa La Estancia there on the shores of Medano Beach in Los Cabos. Less than 2 hours. I mean, you can have breakfast at home, hop on a flight down there, have your margaritas with lunch, and enjoy the beautiful scenery down there. Great weather.
We got to get David and Lynette to the Rosewood. I mean, that place. Remember where,
Anywhere. We'll go anywhere.
remember where Dwayne Wade photobombed the couple getting engaged? That's exactly where that is. Yeah.
I love it all. So good to see you, Gabe Saglie. So great to have you here.
Thanks.
For
Thank you so
access
much.
to all of these travel deals and more, just visit travelzoo.com/TV.
Great seeing you, Gabe.
We'll be right back.
All right, buddy. See you soon.